Now, let's say you have a service-based business or a business where it's not easy to capture an exact price online. That's totally fine. And so we've built a feature called Request a Quote. So this means you can still create a listing where you define in general what you're going to offer, but a customer will not be able to just book you on the spot. They can request a quote and then you guys can go from there. So to request a quote or to create a listing where you're requesting a quote, you'll go here to listings, click add a new listing. Everything is essentially the same. I'm going to upload some photos that I captured from Madre Florals. Again, this is a beautiful wedding that she did. And so I think that, she did such a beautiful job with this wedding. I'm going to use this as an example. So I'm going to say, beautiful garden wedding package, wedding florals package. Remember, you click upload and next, and then you get to select which image you want as your main image. And I'm going to go with this one here. Click save and next. All right, so I already have a little bit of a description that I captured here, just adding it, let your wedding come into full bloom and some other niceties. But essentially we're saying I can create a custom package for you. So you're going to need to select a category. So I'm going to select florals and then at least one theme or occasion. I'm going to go weddings. Okay. What choices do you offer customers? So this can be something very simple or, more extravagant, but I think maybe you could say something like package types. And then you can say something like similar to our previous example where it's intimate wedding, deluxe wedding, and extravagant wedding. Okay. So you can ask and kind of pre-qualify customers. You can ask, what is your budget? Something to that effect. Or you don't have to ask them anything. You can, wait until you have your consultation and conversation with them to ask them these things. But this could be something, or maybe it's a little bit nicer than that. Have you already established a floral budget? If so, what is it? Okay. So save and next. And this is where you're going to actually select, I offer a price range that requires a custom quote. So you have two options here. You can either say my prices start at a set amount, and then they go up from there and you don't have to list what that end amount is. Or you can say a price range. And sometimes this is helpful for customers just to give them a sense of like, okay, I'm talking between 3,000 and 10,000. Now, clearly a custom quote is just that, it's custom. So you can go either way. In this case, I'm going to say prices start at, and we can go from here. So I'm just going to pick a number. I'm going to say 1,500. And maybe for that intimate backyard wedding, it's really just very simple. Quote is good for. Now, this is a question that comes up, maybe you give someone a quote, then they don't get back to you for months. And you're like, well, prices have gone up since then. I can't honor that quote. So here you can actually designate this quote is only good for, and let's say 14 days. This kind of gives them a little sense of urgency as well to say, are you going to move forward or not? And then at the time of checkout, are you going to ask for the full amount or deposit? So what I'm going to show you after we save here is the communications between you and the customer. and how once you actually decide on an amount, you can actually send the total to their shopping cart. And once you do that, they can actually pay right there and then, just an easy feature that can help seal the deal. So we'll say we're going to collect the full price at checkout. Is this product refundable? No. Save and next. And then delivery, you can still include some of this information just so that they get a sense of how you fulfill the orders. And for a custom order, a lot of times you would deliver to their site or shipping, however you want to do it. So I'm going to say I offer free travel within 5 miles, and then I charge $1 per mile, and I will go a maximum of 30 miles. Okay. Save and next. And there's no quick offer in this regard because you're going to be talking to them around their custom quote. But you can still tag a friender. You can still set a blackout date for this type of listing. Remember, tagging a friender means you can actually select someone within the Festively network that you work with on this product and or project or listing. It's just a way to kind of show your collaboration. And then a blackout date is really just an opportunity to say this is not available or I'm not available on certain dates. Okay, click save. All right, so now we've got this beautiful garden wedding florals package. And so I'm going to view my showroom. All right, now I'm going to look for this listing here on the front end of Festively. And I'm actually going to look for it by the vendor's name. And here we are, this beautiful garden wedding florals package. You can see everything that you've included before. So let's say this is actually a deluxe wedding in my opinion. And I do have a budget. It's $5,000. And then I still do need to select a service date. So I'm just going to look for a date out in the future. And oh, good. The florist is available. So then I actually noticed the button said ask for a quote. So I can respond here as the customer and say, I'm really interested in working with you, yada, yada, yada. And click send a message / request a quote. Now this goes if on the vendor side, you'll see this area that says quotes, and you'll see this new quote that just came in. I'm really interested in working with you. That's awesome. So I can reply back. That's great. Let's get on a call and send a message back. And the vendor will actually get the customer will actually get a email. And if they included their text message, their phone number, they'll actually receive a text message as well. At the time of this recording, we are making sure that the vendors also get a text message. Currently, vendors only get an email as they get a new quote request. So that's great. And then I'll just say, let's do it. And so you can communicate this way. But there's something really cool that I want to show you. On the vendor side, after you've had this communication back and forth, and you can say, all right, we have a deal. Please pay the floral deposit or total amount in your cart. So you can actually negotiate and then close out your deal here with this customer. You can send them a follow-up quote with the price, and then you can click mark as closed. Now what this does is on the customer side, you can actually see when they come back into Festively, they will now have the quote in their cart and they can pay you right here to get everything started. It makes it super easy so that you're able to move forward with them. You can charge them their full price, their deposit, and true up with them later. You can follow up and send them the remainder balance here as well. It's really an easy way to transact with folks. So that's your quote. Check it out.